Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on all of the Stalker 2 drama that is going on with the performance, and GSC has actually responded to what is going on. At least the Stalker official Twitter account, I should say, has responded. And I shouldn't say they've responded to the performance worries. However, there was a story going around over them banning people from the Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl community hub, and that got a lot of traction. Then they responded to that. So we'll talk about that. It really just seems like a situation where they made an error. I don't think people should take it too seriously, but we'll talk about it. And a recently released PlayStation title on PC has absolutely bombed. We'll talk that in a little bit. But first of all, as was noted by Pirate Nation over on Twitter, Stalker 2 Forum are banning people for mentioning that their requirements were false and that you are required to use upscalers. So, we talked about this in a previous video. People got up in arms, and that video obviously had quite a lot of upset fans. Guys, I just try to keep it real, even with games that I am incredibly excited for. Stalker 2 did not outline the fact that in its requirements, upscalers were necessary. It was from a Discord question that came to light. Just the level of transparency would be nice, and it just is an indication to me that it felt like potentially the upscalers could be used as a crutch, which is an issue in gaming in general, PC gaming in general, just not isolated to Stalker 2. Monster Hunter Wilds, its system requirements, very much an issue. And the post was, the official chart doesn't say anything about this, but the community manager literally said that on their Discord on a reply to someone else, that being the use of upscalers in their performance. To achieve similar performance of the specified PC characteristics, you should use TSR upscale technology for minimum settings. To achieve the specified performance at minimum, high, and epic settings, you need to use DLSS, TSR, and their analogs. For those who don't understand what this means, if the official chart told you that your 2070 Super was going to be able to run this game at 1080p 60 on medium, this means you have to use DLSS in order for your PC to be able to achieve that. This is a straight up lie, because what upscalers like DLSS and FSR do is literally render the game at lower resolution, then use AI to show you a lower res image that looks worse than your native resolution. Now, not all AI upscalers are created equally, and not all games react to said AI upscalers equally. There are games that look fantastic with DLSS. The PlayStation 5 Pro just dropped in PSSR, yes. PSSR looks fantastic. With a game like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, PSSR is tremendous, but that's not a one-size-fits-all. Every game utilizes PSSR, FSR, DLSS as effectively as one another. All of that implementation is different, and I've certainly, especially with FSR, have seen some games that have just looked like an absolute pile of dog crap, like utterly terrible, and literally making the game look damn near unplayable. FF7 Rebirth, in the performance mode on the base PS5, I believe is using FSR. That game looks terrible. A lot of games that I've played on my ROG Ally look atrocious with FSR. It's just an abomination utilizing FSR. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, AI upscaling is certainly cool technology, and DLSS in particular, and PSSR now, those work fairly well, but it's not something that should be used as a crutch like I feel like a lot of developers have started to do. But nonetheless, using FSR DLSS at 1080p will have you render the game at 480p to 720p to 900p and so on, depending on the quality setting you use. This is, by the way, the post that got this user banned. In short, they lied. They deceived people in believing their PC would run the game at certain preset resolutions, when what this means is that this is just another Unreal Engine 5 sloppy flop. And that's the issue. A lot of UE5 titles have been pretty questionable from a performance standpoint. Now, this user ends the post saying, cancel your pre-orders and don't allow any company to laugh at you and steal your money with lies. The game is available on Game Pass, so I imagine a lot of you guys will play it via Game Pass, but, you know, it's your prerogative on whether or not you want to cancel your pre-order. I ain't canceling anything based on that, but, nonetheless, the Stalker official Twitter account also tweeted back, "Hello guys, we are sorry about that situation. Our new moderator provided this ban. He made a mistake with this topic before the release. We recruited an additional team of moderators to help us, but this does not remove responsibility. We have removed the ban already." So take that for what you will. It's nice of them to respond. So many other developers, publishers, this is just a non-story, but this game got enough traction where, you know, it got quite a lot of impressions on social media. The performance issue is still an issue. GSC hasn't responded to that, but it is what it is. Like, you need to use upscalers, which I don't think is that big of a deal, but you have to be transparent about these requirements are utilizing upscalers, and I don't even know if we want to get into territory like that, because again, the more and more this is the standard that upscalers are used for your system requirements, the more it's going to push other developers to do this. And you know what happens in scenarios like this. Keep pushing and pushing, and then a lot of developers are just going to use it outright as a crutch. And not only that, in the case of Monster Hunter Wilds, for example, the idea of frame gen being necessary for 60 FPS is just comical. Frame gen has a lot of issues, so it's like, bro, what are we doing here? And then that also gives Nvidia so much power where they can lock AI-based technology on future generation of graphics cards. Like, think about the consequences all of this will have to PC gaming if this does move forward, where so many are using it as a crutch. People are assessing Stalker 2 in a vacuum, and they're incredibly excited about the game, and I totally get that. I'm excited about the game. I think the game looks tremendous, and I think visually it looks fantastic. However, PC performance and the transparency of that, I do think is important as well. And to be perfectly honest, I think they should have had the system requirements and the tiers out a while ago, because they had the recommended settings listed on the Stalker 2 Steam page as an RTX 2070 for so long. Now recommended has shifted to a 3070 Ti or a 4070. Like, brothers, that's a huge, huge difference. Now, a 2070 is still going to be able to run the game 1080p medium 60 using upscaling technology by the looks of it, but in the case of recommended, that's for 1440p 60, so there you go with that. But want to cover that story again. They did respond. I don't think the ban is anything they were trying to do malicious. I just think it was a case of a new moderator, so on and so forth. I'm going to take them at their word for that. But lastly, I do also want to note, LEGO Horizon Adventures did drop on PC and Steam. It also dropped on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. It was one of those games that was a day one release on PC, even though it's not like a live service multiplayer-oriented game. It did drop day one, and there is a story on the Game Post, and this is public information. It has launched with less concurrent players than Concord. Yes, the LEGO Horizon Adventures Day 1 peak concurrent player count was lower than the recently flopped Concord, which debuted on Steam with fewer than 700 players, while Concord peaked at 697. LEGO Horizons has reached 602 players on day one. Now, this is a game that I do think most people are going to play on PlayStation 5. I don't know if a ton of people are going to pick it up on Switch, to be honest, but not only is it a $60 LEGO game that's probably 5 to 7 hours long, on top of that, you're adding PSN account linking. Like, why do we gotta add This is the type of game, like, why are we adding PSN account linking to LEGO Horizon? LEGO Horizon is of a level that even when it gets down to $15 and people want to play it, just because PSN account linking is a thing, there's going to be people that don't want to pick it up. And why are we just scuffing a game like this that wasn't going to do well to begin with PSN account linking? But I don't want to single out PSN account linking for this game bombing, because God of War Ragnarok had PSN account linking, and I believe it had, like, what? If my math is correct, 40x or 50x or 60x the amount of concurrent players that LEGO Horizon Adventures had. Like, yeah, that's God of War Ragnarok. This LEGO Horizon Adventures, which is releasing right after Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, which is weird in its own right. But yeah, there you go with that. That game is a gigantic flop, at least on PC. I think most people, again, are playing it on a PlayStation 5. But yeah, I just think PSN account linking for a game like this is so dumb. But nonetheless, they're gonna do it anyway until they feel the effects of their sales numbers lack. And their sales numbers have been heard. We looked at the data comparing Zero Dawn to Forbidden West, and then comparing God of War 2018 to Ragnarok, because the discrepancy of those two games, or 40 games I should say, that is the fairest comparison to make. And God of War Ragnarok absolutely was hurt by PSN account linking. It is unquestionable. It just, how much does Sony value PSN account linking? Will they take the L on the chin and then continue riding with it? Or will they be like, all right, let's get this money from not having account linking? That remains to be seen. But that is going to do it for me. Again, There was some Stalker 2 drama, seems to have been remedied, but the case of the system requirements still exist. It is what it is as far as that's concerned at this point. And LEGO Horizon Adventures, absolute flop on PC, but again, I think most people are playing it on PlayStation, but also, I don't think they set this game up for success on PC. $60 price tag, 5 to 7 hour long game, PSN account link, like, you're just asking for a disaster at that point, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.